We haven't seen the science part yet. We're going to be pushing Agenda 21, all of those nice things, the phonic science about global warming will be in those books. And who knows how they rewrite the United States history textbook if Bill Ayers has a role in it. Who knows what our kids are going to be reading when they do the Common Core Standard for Social Studies. I'm just dying to see it. Right now, our world history textbooks are being written by members of the Muslim Brotherhood. You're aware of that, right? The Prentice Hall book, I did an article on it, in Bear Witness, which is being used in Florida, all over Florida. Members of the Muslim Brotherhood wrote the part about Islam, and how wonderful Islam is. And it erased the years of oppression, assassinations, all the horrible things that members of Islam has done to Christians, and still doing, assassinating Christians all over the Middle East, burning their churches and so forth. They've always done that for 2,000 years. And that's being erased from the books. It's also being erased from the manuals that are used to teach people in the Pentagon, the CIA, Homeland Security. They have all members of the Brotherhood as advisors to rewrite the manuals that are used by the CIA. A lot of generals, retired generals, have denounced it, but they're still doing that. In fact, they trained some reserve officers in Atlanta, and they say that the Catholics, the evangelicals, and certain Jewish members are as bad as Al-Qaeda. That was taught to our officers in the Army Reserve in Atlanta. And who wrote that? The Southern Poverty Center, a Marxist group, rewrote with money from the administration the manuals where we're teaching our soldiers about how bad the Catholics are and the evangelicals. Of course, the Tea Party, they're the worst. They're terrorists, kidnappers. I love to be among kidnappers, terrorists. What else? What else they call us? All those good names. Anyway, so this nice lady, Linda Allingham, she received $178 million grant from the Obama administration. $178 million grant from the race to the top to develop Common Core testing. So we have another lady involved in that. Okay, the legal implications, I'm going to leave it to Thais to talk about that. I just want to say that the unprecedented data mining contemplated by Common Core appears to me as if we're now living in a big brother totalitarian society, just like in communist Cuba, where all the students had that cumulative folder that followed them through the schools and denied them entrance to the university if they were not revolutionaries. Castro said the university is only for the revolutionaries, for no one else. Okay, now there's a lot of growing opposition to Common Core. Our own organization, Bear Witness, we are part of the movement to fight Common Core in Florida, doing everything we can to stop it. And of course our Governor Rick Scott, who was elected with Tea Party support, has not rejected Common Core. Now he said, well, I'll never implement data mining here. In fact, he withdrew from the Partnership for Assessment Readiness College and Careers, called PARC. That's a consortium of several states that were going to work on the test for Common Core. So our governor said, we're not going to participate, we're going to develop our own test. So he's trying to move slowly away, but of course Jeff Bush is pushing him hard to keep it. Jeb Bush's brother, Neil Bush, is making money out of Common Core. He's involved in the testing of Common Core. So it's a lot of money for the Bush family at stake. Also, Bush wants to be president. And all these corporations are going to make billions of dollars with Common Core, but they are going to give a lot of money to Jeb Bush if he decides to run for president. But I can use for Bush, you are dead already. You'll never be president here.
Amen.
And you are a traitor to your nation, Jeb Bush. If you're in bed with Obama, you're a traitor to this nation here. All right, so Marco Rubio, I know, is opposed to Common Core. He was interviewed by the Shark Tank in Orlando by a reporter, and this is what he said. I'm going to quote what he said. I am very concerned and quite frankly opposed to any effort to try to create some sort of national curriculum standards and then try to leverage the power of the federal government's funding to force states to adopt a certain curriculum standard. He said more, state and local levels are the best places to implement curriculum reform, and it is something the federal government should not be deeply involved. So thank God Marco Rubio is supposed to vote.
He also said he was against amnesty.
Huh?
He also said he was against amnesty. Where is he now?
Okay. Anyway,
Trust him like a snake.
so there are 4 organizations, there are 4 big organizations in Florida fighting against Common Core. We're one of them. There's a Florida Stop Common Core Coalition, Florida Parents Against Common Core, Floridians Against Common Core Education. Many groups out there, Tea Party groups, different groups. We were instrumental in passing. I'm a member of the Executive Committee of the Republican Party Miami-Dade. We passed a resolution against Common Core. We only had 1 person voting against it. Thais Alvarez was instrumental in getting Broward County also to do the same. This lady here was an inspiration from Marion County. The lady from Marion County. Will you please stand up? Okay, she was a former member of the Republican Party from Marion County. And Marion County, through her help, passed a resolution against Common Core, and we were inspired by Marion County, in Miami-Dade, in Broward. So you are very instrumental in what we're all doing, and we thank you for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
So anyway, all of these groups are trying to explain to the governor and to the members of the state legislature that they're going to face a lot of lawsuits, especially if they implement the data mining component and violates the privacy of our students. So they need to get ready for that. And of course, Rick Scott, being the politician he is, he convoked a meeting in Clearwater, brought 32 educators, 3 superintendents. Anyway, so they went to Clearwater. He didn't show up to his own meeting. Instead of being there to listen to, and we had some people opposing Common Core. It's a very Randy Osborne was there, right?
We had one of Laura Zork was there as well.
Okay, so 2
I
or 3
think there
people.
were 3 people.
There were 3 people.
3 people out of 32. All right, were there to oppose it. He didn't go there even to listen to those people. Where did he go? He went to see Jeb Bush in Miami. And another guy,
John Thrasher and Gary Cartrain.
and Thrasher, who also wants Common Core. So he met those 2 guys in Miami, in secret. Of course, the Miami head told us about it. And did not go to his own meeting. And then they had these 3 other meetings in Tampa, Davie, and Tallahassee, where a lot of people were yelling, Common Core is Communist Core, you know, in other hand. But anyway, there's a lot of unrest about Common Core, more and more unrest, as parents are now. I just had a call before I left Miami from a friend of mine who has a high job in the school system. And I was going to talk about Common Core, but I got very ill in Miami, at the University of Miami. I'm still trying to recover from that flu that I got 2 weeks ago. Anyway, she said, Frank, they told me you are against Common Core. Yes. And I told her why. She go to our website, BW Central. 4 or 5 articles of mine are there explaining Common Core. And then of course, she's implementing Common Core. Or at least find out what it is, you know, what you're doing. Don't speak against Common Core, you lose your job. So anyway, but at least people are finding out what it is. And that's a good thing. Anyway, I don't know what my time is. I got time? Okay. So the Miami-Dade Republican Party Executive Committee, we approved a resolution for Common Core. And as I said, only 1 voted against it. I think I have the resolution there in the article. You can read the resolution there. So anyway, I don't need the whole time. I just say, how can we possibly trust Obama on anything that he's doing? When he's spying on reporters, when he has directed the IRS to attack conservative and religious organizations, Tea Party organizations, in violation of every law that exists in the United States, how can we trust a president that violates the Constitution each and every day that he's in the White House? From the very day he swore to defend the Constitution of the United States, when he took the presidential oath, he began appointing those stars that have more power than cabinet officers in violation to the U.S. Constitution. He has made the Congress irrelevant. He ignores the Congress, does whatever he wants. He acts omnipotent at home, as if he were a dictator, and yet he's impotent with our enemies abroad. He's helping Al-Qaeda. He had a gun-running operation going on in Libya. That's why he let our ambassador die, where he could have been saved. General Carter Ham, the head of the African Command, immediately prepared a rapid response team to save the ambassador and the other people that were at the safe house, CIA, that we call the consulate in Benghazi. We have an Air Force base in Sigonella Air Force in Sicily. We have Marine detachment in Rota Air Base near Cadiz in Spain. There were troops in all the Western embassies in Tripoli that would have arrived there in 20 minutes. And Obama never lifted a finger. So General Carter Ham was given a direct order by Leon Panetta to stand down, means do nothing. He refused the order. He was about to send help. We have the F-18s, we have these big tanks that have 15 machine gun caliber thing. I forget the name of the airplane. It's like a tank of the air, they call it. All of those help. And as he was going to send that, he was arrested, fired from the military, and the second in command took over, General Rodriguez. We had an admiral, a real admiral by the name of Charles Goulet, who headed a task force, a carrier task force in the Mediterranean. He was close enough to Benghazi to send the planes from the carrier. He got ready to send the planes. He was given the order to stand down. He refused. And then he also got fired. Those two people got fired. And they've also cleaned in the military high ranks of anybody that opposes Obama. Just like Chavez is in Venezuela. If you're not loyal to me, you cannot serve in the military. They just retired 9 high-ranking officers. I talk about 3-star generals, 3-star admirals being retired. I got an article from a website that the military was going to overthrow Obama in a military coup, especially after Benghazi, when they found out what happened, that he was having a fast and furious Middle East gun running operation, sending guns and weapons from Libya to Turkey to the Al-Qaeda rebels. Our president supporting Al-Qaeda rebels. The day the ambassador was assassinated, September 11, 2011, in fact, look in the back, I have the picture of the ambassador there. He was meeting in front of the CIA safe house in Benghazi with a Turkish diplomat, arranging for 420 tons of weapons that on that day left Libya on the way to Turkey, on the way to the Syrian rebels. Do you think the president wanted to save that ambassador? To send our planes, when maybe those planes could have been shot down and we had like another Somalia incident with Clinton, dead American planes and pilots dead on there in front of Benghazi? No, he let them die deliberately, where he could have saved them. The military got very angry. But according to this website, I don't know if it's true or not, they wanted to overthrow Obama. But Obama had spies. Remember, they know where you are, they know who you talk to, and all those people got arrested, not arrested, but retired, including Petreos, CIA director.
But they can still talk if they wanted to. They are cowards.
Yeah, well, yes, if I were them, I would go to Congress and tell the truth.
That's right.
That's what I would have done. If they want to shoot me, they want to kill me, let them do it. I'm a patriot.
The whole
They didn't do
blame is
that.
on our Congress.
But anyway, that's what happened. That's the history of Benghazi. So how can we possibly trust this president who is using every federal agency he has to persecute opponents, to spy on America? How can we entrust him when he's taking over our health care, destroying the wonderful health care that we have in the United States, destroying the economy as he does that as well? How can we trust him with our children? How can we trust him to do common core? How can we have Republicans like Jeb Bush and others supporting this atrocity which is called common core? That's all the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. It's indeed very scary. Frank was saying, oh, some of these things that maybe don't exist yet and hopefully they never happen, but I think sometimes the public, citizens of America, we don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. Some of these things might already be available and they're just waiting for the right moment. So it's not something that we can say, well, we have time. It's something we have to attack and fight for right now. We'd like to right now just take a break, give you guys a chance to stretch your legs a little bit, and we'll come back. I'm actually not sure how much time we have, probably 10, 15 minutes maybe, or... Perfect, so we have about 15 minutes to stretch your legs, use the restrooms, and we'll be back to listen to two remaining speakers. Thank you.